Please. Today I am going to take chapter 3, the judiciary. The judiciary formed the third pillar of the democracy system of India. The first two pillars are the legislative and the executives. The judiciary interprets the law made by the legislatures and see to it that they are properly implemented by the executive. The judiciary not only protect the right of the citizens but also resolve the disputes between individual citizens, between the centers and the states, and between states. In India, we have single integrated system of court with the Supreme Court at the top. This means that there are no separate set of law and a single civil and criminal procedures operated throughout the country. Now let us talk about the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is at the apex of the Indian judiciary, means at the top of the judicial system. All sort of disputed arisings out between the center and the states are settled by the Supreme Court. Therefore, it is called the guardians of the constitutions or the final interpreter. So the Supreme Court is the highest court of appeal. It is the topmost court in the judiciary systems and it is called the protector of the right or fundamental rights of the citizens. Now, what is the composition of the Supreme Court? The Supreme Court consists of the Chief Justice of India along with 30 other judges. The judges of the Supreme Courts are appointed by the presidents in consultation with the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court as he thinks necessary. The Chief Justice of India is appointed on the basis of seniority. Qualification for appointments for the judges of the Supreme Court. The first qualification, he must be citizens of India. Second, must be a judge of High Court for at least 5 years. Must be an advocate of High Court for not less than 10 years. Must be an eminent jurist in the opinion of the President. These are the qualifications that are needed for the judge of the Supreme Court. Now, what is the terms for how many years a person can be judge of the Supreme Court? A person can be judge of the Supreme Court till the age of 65. He may resign from his post by submitting his resignation to the President. A judge cannot be removed from the office except by an order of the President on the ground proved misbehavior or incapacity. Salaries and allowances are given from the Consolidated Fund of India and cannot be lowered during their tenure except during emergencies. Now, what are the power and jurisdictions of the Supreme Court? There are 3 power and jurisdictions of the Supreme Court. The first one is original jurisdictions, appellated jurisdictions, advisory jurisdictions, revisory jurisdictions, and judicial review. So what is original jurisdictions? There are certain cases on which only the Supreme Court has the authority to decide and has jurisdictions. Original jurisdictions means the power to hear a dispute in the first instance. The original jurisdictions of the Supreme Courts includes the following cases: disputed between the Government of India and one or more states, disputes between 2 or more states, disputes on which only the Supreme Court can give judgment by violations of the constitutions by the government. Any citizens who are violated can move. Any citizens whose rights are violated can move to the Supreme Court for the enforcement of their right. These are the original jurisdictions. Now, what is appellated jurisdictions? It means the power to grant special leave to appeal against the judgment of the of any court of the country or in the country. Under the jurisdictions, a court may change the decisions or reduce the sentence passed by the lower court. The Supreme Court is the final court of appeal. In the advisory judiciary, the President may obtain opinion of the Supreme Court on questions of law or fact which is of public importance. The advisory jurisdictions means it comes under Article 137 and is empowered to review any judgment or order made by it with a view to removing any mistakes or error that might have crept in the judgment or order. So if any error or in the judgment is made, then it can be reviewed again and can be corrected. Judicial review. The Supreme Court is the interpreter of the constitutions and its decision is final. It has the power to review law passed by the union or state legislatures. The Supreme Court can declare a law ultra vires or null or void if it is against the letter and spirit of the constitutions. The Supreme Court has the power to review all national and state law and executive order and declare them null or and void if they go against the provisions of the constitutions. So the power and jurisdictions of the constitutions, three most important are original, appellate, advisory, judicial review, etc., etc. Now what is court of record? The Supreme Court is a court of record whose proceedings and acts and decisions are kept in record for presentations as evidence when it is needed. This record can be used as evidence and cannot be questioned for their authenticities in any court in India.